Hey everybody, this is Brett with Brett's Reviews, and today I'm going to show you how to fix your roof rail trim on your 2017 to 2025 and perhaps beyond Super Duty truck. This is going to be good for any F250, F350, F450, and F550. And what I'm talking about is the roof rail trim piece that tends to break on just about every one of these vehicles, and it's just a bad design. It's just a plastic piece that is held on by a rivet, and it goes through that plastic hole there. Well, over time and bouncing and weather and heat and cold, that piece becomes a little bit brittle and it breaks at that one point of contact at the bottom of the rivet. And what happens is then it's flopping around. Now you could get it caught in a car wash and it would rip the whole thing off, and then your truck would look bad and it could cause damage. But more importantly, Ford wants about $200 for this molding piece, and then that's not even including the install, which they recommend taking out the back window, taking out the rivet, putting the piece on, putting a new rivet in, and then re-putting the window back in, and that is very expensive. So I got a way that I fix it because I deal with a lot of these vehicles where I work, and this happens, I would say, 1 out of every 5 trucks that we get in that's a Super Duty has this issue. And I fixed every single one of them. It seems to hold up for a long time. I did it on my personal truck, and that's been 8 months ago, so it's still holding strong. So what you're gonna need is a small flathead screwdriver. You're gonna need some masking tape or painter's tape. And then what I recommend is the Gorilla Glue Super Glue. I like this because it's a nice consistency, it dries quick, and the bottle is easy for this particular application. And let's get started. And if I save you any time and money, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, giving me a like. And if I saved you any money, consider the super thanks button. That helps out a lot. Let's get started, and it'll be really quick. So as you can see, this particular one has failed at the point that they all fail at the bottom of this ring here. And I don't know if you can see it, but there is a rivet right there. And let me try and show you here. So if you look down there, there's a rivet. What you're gonna wanna do is get this plastic piece back around that rivet. I'm gonna try and show you the best I can right here. And this is what the screwdriver is for. Be careful you don't hit the glass. You're gonna wanna get as much of this plastic piece around that rivet again. And once you do, you're gonna wanna put your glue on. This one's kinda nice because it kinda stays already. Now, be very careful when using the super glue because you could get it on the window or you could get it on the paint and it will mess up your paint. I suggest getting a couple drops on there and putting it all around that rivet as best you can. And now that you have the super glue on there, you're going to want to secure it down so it stays in place. That's where the tape comes in. Now, my last video I did on this, I was inexperienced. Since then, I've fixed about 15 of these, and this is the absolute best way to do it, is you're just going to want to take the tape from the top and just kind of push it down and hold it like that. Now, you can put some more tape on it if you want to really secure it. And now, all you have to do is wait and let that dry. I'd say give it about an hour, maybe 2 hours, take the tape off, and you're all set to go. Now, if you want a pro tip, go to your other side, and if it's not broken, just add a dab on that. And it's kind of like preventative maintenance. It just gives that plastic piece extra, connections to that rivet so that it's not putting all the pressure on that one point. So there you go. That's pretty easy. You're all set to go. Allow it 2 hours to dry or an hour, and you're gonna be good to go. All right, guys, that's it for the video. As you can see, it's drying right now. And it's really that simple to fix your F250, F350, F450, F550 roof rail trim. It's the best way that I found. Other people have suggested silicone or double-sided tape. I've tried double-sided tape. it does not work. The structure underneath is not good for the tape, and it doesn't stick very well to the plastic. And this is the best method that I've found. It's super inexpensive. Look, we fixed this for probably $5, or maybe you had the super glue sitting in your house already. It really is that simple compared to what Ford wants, over $200 for the piece, and then to take the back glass out for the install, you're looking at well over $1,000. So I think this is a pretty good fix. Let me know what you think of the fix in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share on the YouTube channel. If I saved you any cash, consider a super thanks button. Thanks again, and have a great day.